Artists should be allowed to be ugly or average looking. If not, at least admit it's not about the music then. Let's normalize ugly, unattractive artists and average looking ones too. Hey guys, it's been a little while, so I wanted to come in with some unserious K-pop opinions. By unserious I just mean that these are things I either laugh at or a matter I simply don't care much about or enough to argue. This in no way indicates the subjects per se are unserious, because with some of these opinions, they can be serious. I'm just choosing to take a lighter approach. If you somehow find a reason to argue in the comments, then at least I'll know some new perspectives. If you have respectful discourse/comments, they are even more welcome. At the end of the day, I'm just having fun with this video, to be honest. Let me know what content you would find interesting in the comments as well, please. Alright, let's get started. First of all, aespa's My World mini album 8. I live those tracks so much, and yes, I love Spicy too. Unhappy really took my attention, and Welcome to My World was so refreshing for their group's concept. I love dancing to Salty and Sweet. Spicy is just such a car ride vibe. But the wait was crazy, that's my biggest critique. Encore stages should be optional. Listen now, I'm just trying to help your faves with this one. Lots of groups get under so much scrutiny for their live encore stages that the group or artist just ends up standing there awkwardly and laughing or trying to make jokes or fan interactions to avoid singing. It's so obvious and painful to watch most of the time. On the other hand, there have been some legendary moments that came from those encore stages, as we get to see artists just sing without having to dance or follow the cameras. They can just rawly sing and enjoy themselves. That is why I believe it should be optional. What's the point of the mic if the lip syncing is so obvious? Just let them perform without the illusion. Similarly, when it comes to the serial lip syncers, I often wonder why groups even have to carry a mic or have those headpieces when they are going to lip sync 100% of the performance. It's just ruining the makeup, and it seems like it would be even harder to perform in terms of dance because these are basically useless props. Talking in a song doesn't equal a rap verse. At this point, I'm just gonna call it an intermission. I don't know why fans seems to assume that rap is the opposite of singing, and that if someone's not singing then they're automatically rapping. Some things are even clearly marketed by the company as raps, but I just refuse to put them in that category, so I will instead call it speaking or a melodic intervention. Call me too picky, but I'm just tired, lol. Companies need to normalize groups having more albums than mini albums. I know this is going to sound crazy to people in general, but there was a time in the music industry when artists released full albums and their careers didn't consist of mini albums and 2-minute tracks. It's a shocker, I know, but please let's get to a point where a group that's been around for 5 years doesn't have like 4 mini albums and only 1 or no full album. And let's push past the 2-minute mark. Quiet person doesn't equal introvert, and a talkative person doesn't equal extrovert. It's about how the person feels internally after the interaction, not just how it is perceived by others. This is a short one, but it always peeved me that fans assume that quiet artists are introverts and loquacious ones are extroverts. Likewise, being shy or outgoing also doesn't automatically equal introvert or extrovert. Moving on. K-pop fans should be banned from writing fan fiction. You may have chuckled or gasped at this one, but I simply from experience and good conscience can't let this go on any longer. I once saw a Twitter thread of a K-pop cow fan fiction. Yes, they were cow hybrids. I'm begging you guys to stop this madness. I'm also banning words such as chuckle, gasp, orbs, shivers, scoff, blush, smirk, reluctant. This is probably my most serious opinion of them all. If you or loved one is writing fanfics, please log out and contact help. It's not too late. Wins based off popularity are overhyped. The amount of legends who haven't received awards in the music industry in general and the amount it took some after making hit after hit should be proof of that. It usually feels like a fan war, which brings me to another opinion. There should be a Critics' Choice Award, although I do worry that it may become a way for fans to gain a superiority complex, but hey, anything can give stans a superiority complex. I'm not too serious on this one at all, but I think it would be cool to see how it went at least one time. Thank you. Next. Stop taking those monstrosity of outfits as personal attacks on your faves and just be happy for the laugh if it only happens time to time. If the stylist is a repeated offender, then start petitioning. But like really, so many times a stylist will be continually praised and then just one bad moment, and depending of the group, fans are out here trying to get them fired. Most of the time there's no need to get bent out of shape, although I do admit sometimes.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Some of those online fan sign interactions were criminal. Imagine being forced to go through this.
Okay, you are under arrest for being too hot. You have the right to remain sexy, but everything you say can and will make me blush. So, put your hands in the air and come to kiss me. Thank you for your cooperation.
I really hope the money was decent considering the strength it must have taken to not laugh or simply leave the scene as astronomical. I feel bad for the artists who had to sit through these trauma-inducing experiences. Aegyo isn't the worst thing when artists aren't forced to do it and are just having fun, but it really depends on the person. It's also very rare that artist doing Aegyo isn't doing it from being forced. But I do have to say that international fans need to do a little research on when Aegyo actually is and represents in Korean culture before simply writing it off as cringy and feeling the need to publicly denounce it. It's a culture difference. Get over it, babes. Western collabs don't have to happen, but they aren't the worst things in the world. I feel like fans have a tendency to overreact when it comes to collabs outside of fellow K-pop artists because somehow that signals the group as selling out or losing their roots. But it's important to remember that K-pop is an umbrella term for music that didn't even originate in Korea. Sometimes it looks like a level of bias is at play, but I could be reaching. Artists should be allowed to be ugly or average looking. If not, at least admit it's not about the music then. It sounds ridiculous at first, but I'm so tired of the amount of hate these people get if they don't look like a Pinterest aesthetic. I think SpongeBob said it best.
I'm ugly.
You're ugly and what?
Square?
No, proud.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Good. Say it louder.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Louder.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Louder.
I'm ugly and I'm proud. I am ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Is that what he calls it?
Let's normalize ugly, unattractive artists and average-looking ones too. Also, their ethnicity should not put their attractiveness higher or lower either. While in personal perspectives, beauty would be in the eyes of the beholder. Right now I feel that there is a general standard for what is attractive. Alrighty babes, that is it. I hope that you were able to gain some new perspectives and some laughs along the way. Have a beautiful day, bubs.